Hey YouTube, just going to do an updated tour of my Harbor Freight 5-drawer tool cart. I did rebadge it for snap-on. Put a few stickers, got custom pinstriping on it. That's probably my favorite sticker. Before all the haters go, well, it's Harbor Freight, you're rebranding it snap-on. Yes, I do have an actual snap-on here. It's just my cart. For 200 bucks, it's good. I'm not spending $1,000, $2,000 on a snap-on cart. I do have snap-on tools. So over here, just got a little grease gun, caulking gun for gaskets, Matco brake hangers. Sure, they're just rebranded. Little blue point magnet. These are shop impacts that you need to use them to get behind a tranny. And get some bolts loose for an engine swap. That guy right there. So just have them hanging on the side of my cart. This little piece of aluminum cut out and made to hang air tools off of. Lubricants. Over on the holes on this side, we got a full set of the snap-on hard handle screwdrivers. World's smallest pry bar. In the focus. Oh, there we go. Just a cheap panel popper tool. I did have a snap-on one. I think someone liked it a little bit more than me and they acquired it, so I just bought that $10 one to replace it right now. Old Craftsman pry bars, 2 of them down there. This box of electrical tape lighters for heat shrink, just pens, markers, paint, sanding block, snap-on light. I like to keep kind of this area of it open to dump tools in while I'm working on vehicles. I do have the side shelf, put more tools and parts on. I don't really like filling this all up with tools. I like using it for when I'm working, throw parts or the tools I'm using in there. Hand cream. Working hands, some Seal Glide, Loctite, bungee cords down there, the Harbor Freight breaker bar, which has actually been used quite a bit for the 20-25 bucks it is. It comes in handy. Just had to drill out that hole a little bit to fit it. Cobalt torque wrench, basically just use that for wheels. Just a little off. Not too worried, I'm torquing down to 120 pounds. Tape measure from Milwaukee, cutting knife, safety glasses. Gonna keep my pliers here, electrical pliers, drill bits, just kind of junk drawer, the bigger drill bits right here and casings. These are for oil pan gaskets. Or oil pans when you put them back in to hold the oil pan gasket to the oil pan. Hammer drawer. Just 16-ounce ball peen. Got the 3-pound sledge. Snap-on's brass. And then big old goofy orange dead blow. Basic hammers. I did take off the locks on these, and the only thing holding it in the back are magnets. This one does have a lock. I did keep it on this one just so when I close the lid and it locks, this one's kind of a little bit more secure. 1/2-inch mid-torque impact, 3/8 impact, and then impact driver with a 1/4-inch head on it. All of Milwaukee. The wrench drawer. We got the 21 ratcheting, 21 standard, adjustable spanner for the cutoff wheel, 22. These are all Craftsman Pros. These are all gear wrench with the selectable ratchet and offset. Had a warranty out my 19 and they replaced it with Matco. Kind of nice when you get a free upgrade, I guess. The ratcheting sounds a little bit more firm than the gear wrench. It's all rebranded. We got the Carlisle extra long flex head box ratcheting wrenches. They're rebranded Mountain or Easy Red, I believe. For $100, can't really go wrong. This is a metric set. All the wrenches here are metric. I use metric 99% of the time. Very few times I do need the standard and keep them in that box. Down here is sockets, ratchets, extensions, snap-on ratchets, little 1/4 inch, has a hard handle on it. Snap-on guy custom made that for me. 3/8 breaker bar, 3/8 air ratchet, 3/8 long flex head from Snap-on. All my 1/2 inch deeps are Pittsburgh, except for this guy. This guy's a Husky because my Pittsburgh is actually in my toolbox at home. These 1/2 inch wobbles, 21, 19, and 22s are SKs. Highly recommend this brand. They're cheap, they're good, they're made in America. This 27mm I use for my oil pressure switch in my Jeep Wrangler, and this is made by Tecton. Now all the other sockets are Tecton. They're good for first starting off. I don't know if I'd recommend the impacts for pro use. If you get into the field and use it for pro, the laser etching does start to wear off. They aren't stamped, but the chromies really well for the price. And it's a good budget set to get your foot in the door, see if you like the trade, and later on upgrade. Probably just going to swap out to SK since they're affordable and stamped USA. Just some cheap Cobalt Torx bits, some spline drive tools for lug nuts, 1/2 inch impact extensions, 3/8 Craftsman USA chromie extensions, metric and standard Allen, and then the Snap-on swivels, impact swivels. I will say I'll be trading these out for a max set. They're a little bit shorter and they don't skip 11, they don't skip 16, and they go all the way to 19. Got some additions for the impact driver. This is actually a 3/8 impact anvil for that. My small little Matco 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. And then down there is just a bunch of crap, my water. But that's pretty much the whole tool cart. Let me know if you want me to do a tour on that and go through that. But anyways, hope you liked the review and the update on it.